So I welcome you all for design of a flat slab part 2. So here the continuation of a part 1. So step number 6 we have to check for the shear stress. So step number 6 is a check for shear stress for a flat slab. So shear stress is checked near the column head at the section D plus D. That means D is a diameter of a column head and a small d is a thickness of a section. So from the section from the edges of the column head plus d thickness with the thickness, so the maximum shear stress will occurs at the point of d plus d diameter near to column. So total load on the circular area with d plus d as a dia. So d plus d is a diameter. So here we see, so this is the column. So this circle, capital circle, shows the column head. So it is a capital D. And again here that D is a thickness of this slab. So thickness of the slab is a 200 mm here. Here 200 mm which is nothing but a thickness of the slab with a drop. So here we assume a circular portion somewhat like here, like this. So this is the portion, this thickness is nothing but a D. So from the point D distance from the edges of the column head, we feel the maximum shear stress. So this portion called this portion will undergo the shear. So we need to find the total loads acting at this point. So we know all this section having a total load. From the total load, these portions, the loads above these portions will need to subtract. So that's why I am here doing like this. So total load on the circular area. So total load on the circular area with this d plus d is as W1 is a by 4 into d square. That means d plus d the whole square into WU, ultimate load. So this load portion is a 23.74 kilonewton by 4 into d 1.25 meter. Already we know the diameter of the column head we are providing is a 1.25 meter and plus thickness is a 170 mm. So 0.17 mm square into 15. 15 is nothing but the ultimate load. So its value comes around 23.74 kilonewton. So shear forces. So actual shear forces acting at the section, at the data portion. This data portion is a section which going to resist the maximum shear stressing. So maximum shear force is nothing but a total load minus subtraction of the load on the circular area. So total load we know 5 into 5 is the total area. So 15 ultimate load into 5 into 5 minus 23.74 a smaller loads above the circular area. So we subtract these portions, its value comes around 351.26 kilonewton. So this is the actual forces downward direction. So 351.26. So shear force per meter width of a perimeter, it is a VU is a 351.26 total load divided by 1.25 plus 0.17. 1.25 0.75 is nothing but a diameter of that portion. So here 1.25 plus 0.17, here d by 2, sorry, here d by 2, here d by 2, here d by 2. So this portion going to a punching shear. So 1.75 plus d by 2 overall d, so 0.17. So VU divided by this area, this length will cause us the shear stress. So shear force divided by area 78.8 kilonewton per meter. Okay. So next the shear stress tau is equal to VU divided by BD, force by area. So force VU 78.8 into 10 power 3 kilonewton to Newton, then 1000 into 1000 B per meter length. D is a 170 mm, is a nothing but a thickness of the slab. So its value 0.46 Newton per mm square. So this is the actual stress acting on that section. So we need to check this whether the stress is permissible or not. So we need to find the permissible stress limit from the loading classes. So according to class 31.6.3.1 in IS 456, So the permissible shear stress is a Ks into tau c. So Ks is nothing but a 0.5 plus BC, and BC is a ratio of a two direction length. So BC is a L1 by L2. Here we know L1 and L2 both are 5 into 5. It is a square section. So BC is a 1. So 1. So 0.5. So Ks is a 0.5 plus 1, 1.5. So 1.5 greater than the 1. That means the Ks value does not exceed the more than 1. So its value 1.5. So we providing 1. So 1.5 is not a permissible. So maximum limit is a 1. So Ks value 1. So Ks into tau c. So tau c means 0.25 FCK, root FCK. It is a shear stress for based on the grade of a concrete. So we providing Ks tau c is a 0.25 into root of 20. So 1.12. So permissible shear stress Ks tau c is 1. Ks is a 1. Tau c is 1.12. 1 into 1.12. Its value 1.12 Newton per mm square. So here 1.12 Newton per mm square, but actual tau v is a 0.46. So 0.46 is a lesser value compared to 1.1 Newton per mm square. So the actual shear stress acting on these portions are lesser than the actual. How is its capacity? Less than its capacity. So its capacity is 1.12 Newton per mm square. So tau is a lesser value, so hence it is a okay. So it is safe against to shear failure. So next we go for reinforcement detailing. So here we know the center to center spacing between two columns is a 5 meter. So L1 is a 5 meter. Same thing here L2 is in another direction. So L2 is a 5 meter. Then Ln is a spacing between a two column head, clear spacing between a two column head. Its value 3.75 meter. So we know column strip has 2.5 meter length, middle strip has 2.5 meter length, column strip also 2.5 meter length. So this is the one flat slab designs. So already we discussed the designs and the reinforcement detailing. So I am here to detailing reinforcement. So first we have to check the column strip. So we know column strip has the negative and positive bending moments. So 12 mm diameter, 250 mm center to center. So first reinforcement 12 mm diameter bar, 12 mm diameter bars. So I am providing a 12 mm diameter bar, 250 mm center to center. It's for the negative moment. So negative moment 12 mm diameter bar, 250 mm center to center, 12 mm diameter at the top. So top portion have the negative reinforcementing. So 12 mm 250. Same cases bottom portion have column strip positive moments is a 10 mm diameter bars. So providing 10 mm diameter bars at 270 mm center to center. So here column strip have the 10 mm diameter bars, 270 mm center to center as a bottom. So top portions have a 12 mm 250 mm, bottom portion have a 10 mm 270 mm center to center. So this for the column strip, same designs providing for both directions. So next go for middle strip. So middle strip have positive and negative, both are same. So it is a 10 mm diameter bar, 300 mm center to center spacing. So I am providing this middle section. So middle section have 10 mm center to center, 10 mm 300 center to center at the top. Also same thing is 10 mm 300 mm center to center at the bottom also. So this portion have x direction and y direction. Both direction have the same 10 mm 300 mm center to center. This is the plan. So same thing providing at a section view. So sectional view, middle portion have a 10 mm 300 mm center to center. So at a middle portion, bottom portion is a tension force. So bottom I am placing a reinforcement. So both daughters and lines both are the main reinforcement. That's showing here lengthwise and widthwise. So both is a main reinforcement. So both direction I am providing a bottom reinforcement. But in the case of a column strip, so column strip have the positive and negative bending moments. So negative bending moment 12 mm 360 at the top portion, at the topper section, and the bottom section have a 10 mm 270 mm center to center. Same thing here, dotted line and a straight line, x direction and y direction, both are the main reinforcement because it is a 5 into 5 square. So both directions the distance will be adaptable. So both direction its value, I am providing 12 250 12 250. Okay, by this video the interior panel design for the flat slab will be concluded. So if any doubt you have, please comment below. Thank you.